right, Tom. Welcome back.
Good to be here.
We were in the apartment last time.
Yeah, drinking the a Reaper drink.
A Reaper.
A Reaper
They're
drink.
still not sponsoring.
I know, not
but
good.
you are.
Good drinks, and I still get the odd one.
Do you?
From that? Yeah. We're in your apartment, I believe, episode 44.
Correct.
For the record, where are we at now?
We're at about episode one, under 200, but over 180.
So committed.
Yeah.
So committed.
Yeah.
I love that. Good
yeah,
on
we've
you.
done it.
You have.
Yeah. What else has changed?
You've had
since?
all sorts of characters on there since.
Man, so many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you're letting me back on.
You're a valued commodity, Tom. Especially after selling the house.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
true.
That's a big milestone.
I get brownie points there, don't I?
Totally. Yeah.
That was cool, man. That was a cool campaign.
I still remember that call, man. Like, I just called out of the blue, right? I was like, hey, look, here's the situation. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Had no idea that you were going to be listing it.
Yeah.
And that's serendipity, right?
I think the first time I was a little bit, there was like two calls, right? Your first one was like, Tom, would you take care of it? And I think I said, no, let's refer it to an agent down Greymouth way. So like for context for listeners, it's a 3-hour drive.
Yeah.
So I was a little bit apprehensive of taking it on.
It's a bit outside of your normal,
Core area.
range of service, right?
I'll sell anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
If the seller really wants to sell and the good people, I'll do it.
Yeah.
What happened? It sat on the market with that agent for quite some time, and it was stale, eh?
Stale as.
It was actually really boring. I think you had a pretty old, boring agent down there. I really hope he doesn't listen to this because
I
I'm
hope
going to
not
get
either.
slammed for it.
It could get awkward.
Could. Oh, well. I say what's on my mind a lot of the time. And
That's good, though.
Hope it doesn't get me in too much trouble.
Straight shooting.
And if it does, well, we'll deal with it.
I like that.
But look, it was it was sitting, it was boring, and it needed that refreshed enthusiasm, hey?
Yeah, totally.
We did. You wanted a sold sticker.
Yeah.
Positioned it, priced to sell for action. Instead of just having an open home booked in, I made the buyers and inquiries come to me because our position pricing was quite sharp, and then start to work with them remotely like that, and then had people fly down from Auckland, up from Nelson as well, all kind of sorts of different areas, and made a time that suited everyone. And I was not leaving your place until we had a sold sticker.
Love it.
And what happened?
Got a sold sticker. You just had a super clear strategy, though, going into it.
We did.
And that was one thing that I loved about the experience, and something that I've recounted with so many people since. It's just that you had a super clear strategy.
Yeah.
You followed through.
Yeah.
And you got it done.
Correct.
And maybe if it hadn't have worked, then you would have had to have re-pivoted, but...
At any time we can re-pivot.
Totally.
But you've got to have that clear strategy, and you've got to be able to stick to that strategy. But then you need, even better, you need to identify when that strategy isn't going too well and when it is the time to pivot. And your strategy at the start with the agency down in the West Coast wasn't going too well. You saw that, you pivoted, I took over, our strategy worked. But at any time we can switch it up if we need to.
Yeah, I guess one thing that comes to mind is reps. So having done probably quite a few more reps, quite a few more listings since our last episode.
Yeah.
Do you reckon that's given you that confidence?
Since our last episode.
So
sold like another 80 houses.
Yeah. And that's a lot of different unique situations and context that you've gained, right?
Yeah. I'm selling around close to a house a week.
Nice.
Yeah, and then maybe a little bit more if we add Ryan on there as well, who's my brother. So
yeah,
about a house a week, which is a great amount to operate at. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's not too busy where you're losing track of your stock. You're not losing the personal touch, chatting to you daily and keeping you in the know.
Yeah.
It's a nice amount.
Yeah.
You can ramp it up more than that. You might need a slightly bigger team, but for now we're enjoying operating at the level we're operating at. One thing that I'm really big on is I don't mind what house I sell. I don't care if it's a 300 grand shitter or a $2 million whopper in Maryvale or something like that. That would be nice if viewers got one of them for me. I would take it. Thank you. But it's about the people I work with.
Yeah.
And I want to work for good people.
Yeah.
I've turned down good listings because I don't like the person I'm going to be working for. I don't think it's a good fit. It doesn't vibe right. I'm really big on that.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I think that's something that we both share the same sentiment. Like
you do.
I have had the same thing. Like I've had potential coaching clients and doing that initial meeting, it's like, it's not like there's anything wrong with them. It's just that for whatever reason we don't align, and there's just not that that vibe, right?
Yeah. And do you think if you did take that business on, yes, you'd monetarily it'd be better, but do you think it would wreck your vibe, your frequency, your
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. In
and
fact,
it's better to protect that.
and the reason I can say that is that I've done it.
Yeah.
Because I, you know,
Yeah.
I'm a business owner, right?
Correct.
And you gotta make bank. But when I have gone against my gut feeling,
Yeah.
it's always ended badly.
Yeah.
And so I'm getting better and better at trusting it.
Good.
But you know, it's still hard though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and there's probably a grey area there where you know you could argue, and I am an optimist at the end of the day. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
You want to give people the benefit of the doubt.
mistakes do get made.
It's got to be a good fit, yeah?
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the sold videos are pretty cool. How long you been doing those for?
The sold videos. I was posting like, you sell a house, and in real estate, I hate real estate agents. I really, really do. And I hate real estate agents' social media.
What do you hate about
I
it?
just think like it's all this pumping of how good they are, all these awards, all the rah-de-rah-rah of it. Yet I am one, which is a kind of, what's the word? I don't know what the word.
Ironic?
Ironic.
Yeah.
But the just sold videos, so people would be just posting just sold tiles on like Instagram. And I just felt it was so my words are always funny, unpersonable. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Just sold.
Impersonal, yeah.
Impersonal, yeah, something like that. And I thought, well, let's make a reel out of every house I sold. Try give a bit of a backstory as to the sale. What happened in the sale? How did it come about? Maybe something what was funny in the sale. Stuff like that, just to create something nicer around it.
Yeah.
So started rolling those, and it's had a good mixed response.
Mixed response, really?
I'm posting a video, like I'd post some of my videos, and I'm getting 50, 60, 70 sends on my videos.
Wow.
So people in the back end talking about them or doing something with them.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
Interesting.
probably some good, probably some bad, and that's cool. But the videos things are starting to grow.
Yeah. Is that something that is controlled at other agencies, like potentially the one that you were at? Did they have guidelines around that, what you could and couldn't do?
Yes and no.
Like those brand guidelines are pretty stringent.
Pretty strict. Very strict.
Yeah.
Yeah, very strict. Yeah, very strict, actually, in the way of, yes. Yeah.
And so do you think now at the Hancock Group, do you think it's a lot more in line with yourself as an individual, your personality, your style?
Where I'm working and selling out of matches my personality, my vibe, just the way I go about it. I'm rocking up to some appointments and showings in a polo, and you know I'm a little bit more relaxed, and that's my style. I'm liking at the moment, and sellers are enjoying that, and buyers are enjoying that. Especially when I sit in that seller's living room, and especially when I go ask for another $10,000 or $15,000 out of a buyer, a lot more relatable.
Yeah, right. Interesting.
Yeah. People coming through my homes I'm selling are not wearing suits and ties.
No.
Yeah, but you still got to look sharp.
It's an interesting one, isn't it, when it comes to personal branding and real estate agents wearing the suit and tie?
Yeah.
Because not a lot of professions, especially in Christchurch, are wearing that.
Yeah. I was 1 year ago right now, I was the complete opposite. I'm selling your biggest asset. I'm going to be putting a tie on, looking sharp, and showing up properly for it. Perfectly suit, everything. So there's really two ways you can go about it. But I'm finding the relaxed fit. I feel a lot more relatable to my buyers, my sellers. So that's why it's getting a bit looser and a bit relaxed.
Don't forget the blazer shorts combo.
Mate, the shorts are cool. I'm wearing my business shorts at open homes and on-site auctions.
Yeah,
I'm wearing shorts.
Shorts and a blazer. It looks good.
Yeah, some people like it. Some people were like, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And that's fine, but I'm going to do it. I need all the tanning time I can get for my legs.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt. It's so good, though. It's either going to be really attractive, like it's going to appeal, or it's going to repel, right?
I don't think anyone could pull it off, though. I don't know if I can pull it off, but I'm on the cuff of it.
I'm trying.
You're going to try?
You're trying.
I'm trying to.
You're trying, yeah.
And I'll give it a good crack.
So good.
Yeah.
Speaking of those auctions, that's pretty cool too.
Awesome to move them on site.
Yeah.
Not every property is an auction property.
Yeah.
I think other companies will tell you auction are always first. I actually completely disagree.
Right.
So it's very much matched to the type of property and the seller's situation. So when we do auctions, we now do them on site. Buyers love that. They feel more comfortable rather than going into an auction room, for say. Everyone's all suited up and tied up. They feel a bit more, maybe a bit, what's the word for me, Dave? Help me.
It's comfortable.
They feel comfortable on site, not so uncomfortable in a foreign environment. So
yeah, and again, back to the suits, right? Like a sterile room, high pressure room, suits, everything, right?
On site, we get to negotiate with our buyers nicely. Sellers are comfortable.
Yeah.
Man, we've had some awesome auction results. We've had 4 or 5, can't remember now, 4 or 5 auction campaigns in the last few months, last 2-3 months. 100% success rate.
They look like fun too.
So much fun.
Yeah.
Have you been down to one yet?
No, but I've seen the videos.
Well, yeah, exactly. You need to get down to one.
They look great.
Yeah,
Might
cool.
accidentally buy a house though.
But exactly. Yeah, we will be. We're going to do something together, aren't we?
Yeah, we are talking about it.
We are.
Yeah, 100%.
But no, on that auction subject, not every property is an auction property. It's not the way I operate.
Yeah.
But love a good auction.
Is it partly based on the amount of demand, the properties?
Yeah, around that certain property.
That's pretty,
Yeah. Like you're not going to be selling. I could go on about what certain property would be or not, and even the condition it could be in, all sorts. There's so many variables.
Are other agencies doing the on-site auctions, or is that unique
Not really.
to?
Pretty unique.
That's pretty unique.
Pretty unique. Like Harcourts did one. Only one of them, maybe like this year. Just one, quite recent that I heard of. Some of your smaller boutique agencies, like we'll do a few on site.
Yeah.
But we're gonna 2025 we'll be hammering on site auctions.
Yeah, wicked.
Yeah,
love it.
I don't think we ever want to have them in a building.
Yeah.
And if it rains, our first auction, we thought it was going to rain. So I went out and brought 20 umbrellas at Bunnings.
Wow.
And it cleared blue skies, and I'm like, oh, fuck, great.
Guess you got a few umbrellas.
Stacked at the office.
Next time.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Sure.
And you do drinks and food and stuff, right?
Yeah, put some drinks on.
Yeah.
We had a beer cart. We had someone DM us, just scolding us that we're serving beer at an auction.
Really?
Alcohol, yeah. But we've just got a thing there that if you're bidding and buying, you can't be drinking until after the auction.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's fine.
That's reasonable.
Yeah. There's a few people going, you guys are nuts. I'm like, yeah.
That's so good. I love that. It just feels like you've found your home. It feels like you've found your cadence, and it's so like evident.
Yeah,
would be the word. So
it's been a big 6-month change.
Yeah, massive. Yeah,
we're loving it.
And so you mentioned just before about goals. You've smashed a few goals this year.
Yeah, you and I always talk about goals together.
That's sort of my job.
It is.
Quite like it.
Real often, even like the last few years, you're like, well, even a year ago, you're like, oh, what are you kind of next 6 months goals and things like that. So you're going to share some of yours too and tell me how far away you are as well. So I want to know some of yours.
Yeah, for sure.
But what mine this year were run 2 marathons.
Done.
I'm not a runner. Fuck yeah, tick those off.
So
the Christchurch, and then ran the Hawaii last week.
Man, when you posted about booking in for Hawaii marathon, I was like,
you rang me straight away. You're like, what?
I was on the phone instantly. I was like, this guy.
What's going on?
Oh man, as if I couldn't have any more love for Tom Hardy. You go and do that. I'm like, this is the kind of person I want to be around.
Yeah.
This is good stuff.
It was a weird one, man. I had a few different people that were meant to come with me. Didn't. Someone I was going to join me when I first booked it, that dropped off. So to still stick to, I am going to Hawaii to run that marathon. Like, that was the big thing for me. I enjoyed that. I really didn't want to go and run that, but I had the best time doing it.
Amazing.
Marathon was sick.
Yeah, I love the live updates.
Yeah. You got to.
On the course.
But it helps me keep going too. That's the thing.
Well, that's a good point about public accountability.
I am booked in for the Christchurch Marathon next year.
Oh, me too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How good. We got to get some runs in.
Got to do it.
And then I'm going to do another crazy one next year. I don't know where.
Somewhere
nuts.
Anywhere on the shortlist for that?
I don't know enough about how to enter. We need to chat to Macca, but like probably one that I don't have to go on a ballot and stuff. But I'd love to do like one in Asia or something.
Somewhere random. Yeah.
My partner yesterday mentioned there's one in South Africa. Or something like that in the desert.
Wow.
Like that. That'd be sick.
Yeah, right.
That'd be extreme, eh?
That would be super extreme. I mean, Hawaii's pretty extreme. climate? Like, how hot was it when you did
I was on the start line at 5 a.m. sweating bullets.
Yeah, what was it, like
25 at the start line.
With humidity?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah, kilometre 30, this young guy who was fit, absolutely ripped, probably my age, maybe a little bit older, but in shape, just getting carted off in a stretcher. He'd pissed himself, shit himself, vomit.
Oh, no.
Like, eyes out of it. I just felt so sad for him, like empathetic.
He was in a bad way.
It's in a bad way, but it was hot.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to watch that.
Goals for the year was two marathons, and then I had a personal one with some properties.
Yep.
Yeah. I was sharing up mine, but brought 2 houses this year. That was a goal for the year.
Yeah, I don't know if we talked about it on the last one or not, but I'm pretty sure we might have the goal of buying one a year.
Yeah.
One a year for 10 years.
So we did. It was May. I don't know if we talked about it last time, but my goal at the moment is to buy a house a year. So brought one last year, brought 2 this year.
3 next year.
It will be.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can do it.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a really clean goal. I remember loving it when I first heard it. The one a year. Yeah.
I think next year I probably won't buy 3 next year. I need to get some debt levels down on some of them. But I think 2 next year would be good.
Yeah.
2,
yeah. Nice.
2 next year.
Yeah. And
it's all very well buying them, but if you've only got your LVR, if you don't have, they need to be washing its face investment wise. It could be more of a liability having more, and your debt level's not down enough.
Yeah.
So you need them at a certain rate to work.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely not opposed to it. Like I was just sharing on a recap episode about the amount of progress made on the 10 million challenge recently, and especially this year, just with like the property through subdivision, adding that equity. Like that land's still worth probably 300-ish.
Probably use a bit of that.
But it's the first meaningful chunk that I've made.
Yeah, it's cool.
Cash flow's been great, but that's a chunk, right?
Chunk into the account.
Yeah. So, no, it's exciting.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about for the next year?
Goals?
Yeah, so a bit of property, marathons.
We're going to run 2 marathons next year.
2 marathons. We're
going to buy another 2 houses next year.
Yeah.
I had a goal this year of sell 52 houses, which I didn't make. It's looking at about 44 for the year, which I'm happy with. That's fine. I had a crazy year. It's a year where I've been pulled in so many different directions and so many different challenges, mentally, physically, home life, so many different things. But the one thing that stayed awesome is my focus for my clients and on my day job, and making sure that doesn't slip. So 44 houses, happy with that. How many I want to do next year? I'd love that house a week. I really would like that house a week.
Again, it's a clean number, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. It is actually quite an ambitious number. Like, it's selling a house a week.
What are the stats on that? Do you know?
How many agents sell that many? No, there's not that many.
Not many, right? What, top 15%?
I don't have the stats.
If you had to guess.
You go on homes.co.nz.
Oh, you can see it, can't you?
And you can scroll down and see like how many houses sold. So like, you can kind of see.
Yeah.
But then you can go like, some agents out there, you go like, wow, look at their profiles and what they've sold. It's not a whole lot in a year. So I'm happy with that. But I don't focus myself on what they're doing.
No.
As long as I'm working towards my goal, servicing my clients in a great way. And I do service my clients fantastic. I hope so.
100%.
Then I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
So next year, 2 houses, 52. Another 2 houses, 52 houses sold, 2 marathons ran.
Yeah.
And then a good partner to the person I'm seeing.
Nice.
Yeah, first and foremost.
Exceptional.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about time on those marathons? Any specific numbers or more about completion?
It's more about completion because I say I'm not a runner. I guess I am because I'm doing them. I'd like to see a sub 4.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So my first marathon I ran was 4 hours 23. The second marathon in Hawaii, I didn't train. And I didn't train. There's actually a few reasons I didn't train. I had a really bad back in my neck for quite a while recently. Got shin splints quite a few times in training. So I had to stop for 2 or 3 weeks at a time. But Hawaii was 4 hours 32. Christchurch was 4:23. I'd like both next marathons sub 4.
Nice.
We'll do some training together.
Yeah, well, we've got about 3 months?
Yeah.
3-4 months, yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, I've been on this runner plan lately. It's so good.
It's good?
The AI one.
Cool.
So
I might
good.
get amongst that.
Big fan, yeah. So take a look at that. It all programs, sync it with your watch. It's just easy, right?
Yeah. What are your goals for next year?
Ooh,
You don't have to tell me all of them, but give me a hint of something.
No. I love this. This is all what the podcast and the challenge is about.
Good.
Is being pretty transparent with most things. So I've got a couple of big. Well, you got to have some. Yeah, what's that third wall thing? Fourth wall.
Yeah.
So $1 million in revenue. That's the big one I'm working towards with Alt.
Sick.
So that'll be through a combination of the coaching, events, consultancy. $1 million in net gain would be good. I'm not sure if that's overly realistic, but I'm going to put it out there.
Why not? I need to get more ambitious on my goals, man.
Well, I've learned this through the clients I'm working with. A lot of them have set these goals that are just wildly outrageous and questionable on how to actually get there. But, this was later last year. I had a couple that put out some wild cards. And I'm like, how are you going to get there? Like, give me a bit of logic, right?
Yeah.
But
did they give it to you, the logic?
No. They just put it out there.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah. And so, I think there's two bits to it. Yes, you've got to have a rough plan, but sometimes you don't. Sometimes you've just got to put it out there, set the intention.
I can understand that.
And then, it's no different than the 10 million challenge, right? Like when I first designed that, no idea. And I've gotten a lot clearer over the last 2 years. But
what you have done has been pretty cool to watch over the last 2.5, 3 years.
Thank you.
Yeah, I remember you were in a job that you were like, this is so temporary.
Totally.
I'm out.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't quite know how, but I'm out. You've just chipped away at it, and I love that.
Yeah. And even sitting here right now, this is pretty wild, right?
It's pretty cool.
It's come a long way from the living room.
Has come a long way from the living room.
And so I'm in two minds about this whole practical nature of goals, and do you need to know? Do you not need to know?
No, I don't. Yeah, 100%.
And so like having seen a couple of these clients, of which we know a couple of them, that may or may not have Porsches now.
Oh, fuck.
That's one of the goals, but in terms of business size and scale, it's crazy. And so
those boys have scaled so quickly.
Referring back to one of them that was the whole like aim for the stars, hit the moon type of chat. It's got some merit, I think. Yeah,
good on them.
Yeah, and then also just literally spending my day just talking about goals and how to get there.
Yeah,
it's a pretty wicked position to be in. Usually you can break it down though, right? Like if you just break down like, all right, if you want the $1 million, like what's the average client worth? How many do I need to do? What does the sales part of it look like? If I'm converting 1 in every 3, where do the leads come from? How do I get that amount of attention? So you can usually figure it out. It's not like it's trying to make a billion in a year. Like that would be crazy.
That's out there.
That's just totally unreasonable. But
something has to go pretty darn right.
Yeah, and so I think with goal setting, it's something that a lot of people are apprehensive to do.
Yeah.
Which for me, I find it hard to believe on one hand, but also I do see how you can get into that route of overthinking it.
Yeah, it gives some people anxiety, I reckon.
Yeah, totally.
So I make mine somewhat manageable, that I know are achievable. If I put the work in, I don't have a money goal. I have no money goals. So I feel personally when I start thinking about money, almost gives me anxiety when I put goals as money. That's why I go, 52 houses. Well, the money's going to take care of itself.
Yeah.
Completely. Put that money in two houses. The money's taking care of itself. So I feel like people can get very clear on their goals financially, but I think it can. I think that's a byproduct of a good goal.
It's a good call too. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
that's my view on that part.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, one of my goals is to be the best, most well-known business coach in New Zealand, which is quite a different way to look at it.
Great goal.
Because that's if that was the case, then the money would be there, right?
It'd be 100% there.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's the byproduct.
Yeah. I borrowed that off another client that had this similar sort of goal, right, in their profession. Great. And so it's a good way to, same but different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What about a 10-year goal? Do you have any of those that come to mind? No.
I don't.
No.
10 years for me scares me a little bit. For me, that's too far out of my reach. I have yearly goals. I can go, I'd like to, I know where I'd like to see myself kind of be in 10 years or even more so 5 years. I'd love to have kids. I'd love to have a family of my own. I'm very passionate about that at the moment. And that's something personally I've learned over the last 4 months, that really want to do the family thing.
Cool.
Which is really cool. Yeah, have a family, have not too much pressure, keep selling houses, working hard on that end, servicing my clients, because that's what I love to do. That fills my cup. Yeah. But 10 years too far for me, Dave.
Yeah. Okay.
My head starts to go, oh, crap.
But it's an interesting one, right? Because if you break it down to
is.
more of a weekly or a monthly goal versus an annual goal, that's quite different if you zoom in versus zoom out. And so that's why I quite like having those different time frames, just because they do require different thinking. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe we can sit down and talk me through it a bit more.
Maybe.
And work on it a little bit. Yeah.
How's your happiness with real estate versus golf? It seems like another lifetime ago.
Such a good balance of the both.
Yeah.
Like I don't train others in golf now. I just play every now and then for some fun.
Yeah.
And I enjoy that. I was pretty miserable when I was coaching. Yeah.
Yeah.
Towards the end of that career, I knew I needed to get out.
Yeah.
Into real estate, loved it. Kind of felt where I wasn't filling my cup, wasn't quite matching my vibe and what I was wanting to do.
Yeah.
So then, but since I'm with the Hancock Group, man, we're an awesome team.
Amazing.
Yeah, great team, great crew of people, and I can be myself, and look after my clients. And that was the big move, is that we feel that we can service our clients better in a lot of different areas.
Yeah.
So if you are looking to sell or buy, boom, come see us.
Come and look you up. Yeah. What do you got? The website, office, Instagram?
Yeah, we've got office on Norman's Road, opposite Stack. Office 2.0 next year may be coming.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, it'll happen.
I didn't want to blow the cover though.
Yeah, no, it'll happen.
It'll happen.
Of course it'll happen. Look, if we were selling 52 houses a year, we'll be having more offices.
Yeah.
That side will grow a little bit. Instagram, hit me up on that. That's the best thing.
It's good. It's
hit
good platform.
Hit me a DM.
Yeah.
Which actually happens quite a lot in the way of where my appraisals come from.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, hit me a DM, and I'm happy to help with like any real estate questions. It doesn't even have to be if you're buying or selling. What did the house down there sell for, or what are your thoughts on this, or how much money do I need for that?
Yeah, it's
hit
cool.
me up.
Yeah, I
I'll
love
be to
that.
help you, even if you don't want to sell. It's no problem.
Yeah, I really like that. Yeah, I like how you've identified Instagram as a channel that you can communicate with.
Yeah.
The phone, like website, like that can seem a bit of a barrier.
Just
whereas
hit me a
Instagram's
DM.
so easy.
Just DM me or give me a phone
Just send a
call.
message. Yeah. How good.
So much easier.
Yeah. No, cool, man. I really appreciate what you've done for me and the house sale. It's so cool. It's such a cool integration.
Yeah, it is.
And obviously the sponsorship, that's huge as well. So one of the parts of this episode is just to, like, I guess, catch anyone up that didn't hear the first one, talk about some of the wins, and then make some predictions on the future.
100%.
So if there's any other predictions for next year, 2025,
big year for both of us.
probably ticked it off. Yeah, I think it's going to be a big year.
I like how we support each other in it.
Yeah, it's good. Right?
You've referred me a few clients, and I've serviced them very, very well. And then the fact that you got to experience it as well.
Yeah,
you were stoked.
So good. Absolutely stoked.
And then I sponsor your stuff, and I appreciate your mentorship and guidance that you've given me over a few years. So I like how we work together.
It's
really
so
cool.
good, right?
Yeah, it is cool.
Yeah. When that opportunity came together, because it's always good if I can work with either the coaching clients as a customer or the podcast sponsors, and not having a property in Christchurch to sell. I thought that was off the cards, right?
Yeah,
but not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
West Coast comes through,
mate. I could have got so stuck with that house, and I was so committed to you taking that on, where I could have been going down there like 3-4 times a week.
It could have been a pickle
for this freaking house.
You could have been.
And I did it in one hit wonder.
Yeah.
But it's value that we provide that does that.
Yeah.
It's the value we provided that day.
Yeah, totally. Have you had any other out of town ones?
Yeah, I had an Ashburton.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, cool.
Did a lot of trips. That was very early on in my career.
Got it.
Very early on.
Yeah.
To where I'd take it because I needed it.
Yeah.
That was good. That went well. Other than that, no. And I wouldn't do another West Coast one unless you rang me and said, Tom, would you look after my property and do it?
Yeah.
That was the reason I did it, was because for you. Because you're too busy in Christchurch and you need to be here doing it.
That's it.
Doesn't help my business or anything, selling on the West Coast every now and then. But for a friend like you, absolutely we'll go do it.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
And we'll do it again down there too.
100%. Got some land to sell.
You do.
Yeah. What about expansion into other areas with the Hancock Group? Any plans on that, or?
I can't talk on that yet.
Nah.
I can't talk on
Wait
that.
and see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we've just really gotten settled in this year with the crew we've got.
Yeah.
We haven't expanded the team much at all, and that hasn't been the thing. We just want to get settled in, get selling, get comfortable with everyone, while continuing to provide such a good process and transaction and feeling for our client. I think when we expand too fast, that can go.
Yeah.
And we're not going to let that happen. It's all about the people. So that's got to stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
whether our growth's slower because of that, that's fine.
Well, there's so much here, right? It's such a big market.
Yeah.
I think expanding geographically is just something that you got to be seriously ready for that in most businesses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even just scaling to a bigger team in your office and taking on more sales consultants and agents. We just don't want anything we do is just really customer focused. And just do things bit by bit, making sure that they're looked after.
Yeah. Love that.
That's our thing, eh?
Yeah. Have you got much planned in terms of personal branding and marketing next year? Watch this space.
Aren't we doing this thing?
No, there's this, but on top of this.
I'm committed.
No, on top of it, you are committed.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I'm really committed. I need to sell some fucking houses.
Get some listings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo. Yeah, personal branding and marketing.
Yeah.
We've done our billboards a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And we did some kind of weird ones, but
Some weird ones?
yeah, and I was like, sell with second favourite Tom Hardy.
The actor.
Because everyone, a lot of people go, oh, your name's Tom Hardy. Meaning the actor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is. Fuck, thanks. Haven't heard that
Do
before.
you not think it landed? Is that why?
I don't know whether it landed or not, but got a few weird messages going what the fuck, what the heck's that? Oh, you're messaging, that's great.
That's it.
Yeah.
Attention.
Yeah.
I guess was it a digital or a static?
No, digital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
On rotate.
yeah, got it.
But we've done it pretty consistently this last 4 months or so. Yeah, every second month we've got billboards.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well,
We'll continue that.
Yeah. And that's the great thing with those. They're a bit more easy to stomach, right?
Yeah. But no, it's good getting on here with you, supporting each other.
Absolutely.
And I want to support anyone and look after them very well.
Absolutely.
Whoever your clients are as well.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll set up some kind of tracking or landing page or something.
Yeah.
Just to attribute it or to provide some kind of a easy get started kind of thing.
Yeah.
Going on, but we can figure that out.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
I love
Very good. Any other final parting thoughts?
I think we're good.
I think we're good. I think that's a good episode.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
You happy?
I'm so stoked. Yeah. I mean, I love the progress and I love what can happen over a year
Yeah.
or a little over a year.
Still got the housekeeper. Washing still getting done.
Oh.
You remember that?
Is there any way I can get in there?
I
or-
don't know. She's not keen, man.
She's not?
She won't
Damn
do
it.
She won't do it for you.
It's worth an ask, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Don't ask.
Yes. Yeah. That's correct. You don't get.
Yeah.
She's at her happy limit. But that's what we're talking about on when we first were on, taking things out of your week that you don't like doing.
Yeah.
I'm still doing it.
Buying back your time.
Buying back your time. I don't touch my lawns. I don't pick up my dog's poo in my backyard. Someone comes and does it.
Nah.
Washing. I don't do my washing. I don't do my ironing. I don't buy my own toilet paper.
Yeah.
I don't buy dishwashing stuff. I don't do it. Yeah. Not because I'm lazy.
Nah.
So I go do other things that I enjoy doing.
There's always an opportunity cost, right?
Yeah.
And that was one thing that led me to messaging you the other day about the potential housekeeper intro. But
yeah,
because I was just in a spot, I'd had a busy week, and I like having high standards. I like having things neat, tidy,
100%,
and where they're meant to be. And at the moment, my focus is clients in this, and so why would I detract
and
away
Emily.
from that? Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Hugely
Emily and
family.
Madison.
Yeah, massively.
So I think it makes sense. And, it's one of the absolute, Bibles that I live by is that buy back your time book.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the exact same sentiment.
Yeah.
Is buy back anything that either doesn't give you energy or could be done for a lower price than what you're making, essentially.
Mm-hmm. Outsourcing.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah. That was just representative of the phase I was going through. Remember, I was talking about starting a housekeeping business.
You were.
That was wild.
You were.
And that's the entrepreneurial spirit that, can get in the way of some people, I think.
It can.
Distractions.
Yes.
Shiny penny or, shiny coin syndrome.
I understand.
But, if anyone out there wants to start a business, I'd be a customer.
Yeah?
Of the housekeeping.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be. My lady's too good.
No, you're too good.
I'm too loyal to her.
You got a good thing going.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
The housekeeper though, that's we got so excited by that. It was another episode.
It was.
I think it was episode 44 and 45.
That's right. We had 2 episodes.
We got so pumped up on it.
Unexpected, just got her, and I was like, "Holy shit! This is what she does for me."
Do you buy back time in other areas?
And I think I was like 25, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I got a housekeeper. This is out the gate." She was coming twice a week, 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Man, folded washing, like it was just out the gate.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that blew a few people's mind, that episode, just because they perhaps couldn't relate or.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I hope we provided context around that it's not a fact of, it's just valuing time. It's not a negative at all. No.
Definitely not.
It's just
then the funny thing was at my partner's house, and I was doing her dishes and her watching
the
her
irony.
vacuuming and stuff.
Yeah, right.
Which I don't mind. So yeah, it's not out of an arrogant way or a bad way. It's about valuing your time, and
Totally.
you just spend more time with family if you don't have to do those jobs. And
Yeah.
You're actually also providing someone with work too.
Yeah, it's a really good way to look at it. Yeah. Yeah.
Providing jobs.
Do you buy back time in any other ways?
No, not really.
That's the main one.
Oh yeah, car washing.
Car washing.
I
Yeah.
don't wash my car, and I get a couple car washes a week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, go down to Espresso Car Wash underneath the gym.
Yep.
So I'll drop it there. They'll do their thing, and I'll head up to the gym.
Yep. Nice.
That's like a buyback time. It's a double whammy.
Super convenient. Yeah.
But I feel when I've got a clean car and clean interior car, I feel good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I make more calls. I have more calls come to me. The frequency, the vibes. It feels better.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, same with the clean house, right?
So it's got to happen. Yeah. I can't operate if my house is messy. I just don't like it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you start to do those things, and especially when you start to buy back your time, it's crazy what the world or universal things start happening.
Yes. Yeah.
Positive things start happening.
It feels like a punt, right? It feels like almost a gamble, like you're investing money that, maybe could have opportunity cost. But I think it's one of those things that it's a great investment to spend on those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
You kind of got me into working style as well. I went in there the other day.
Why they got me into working style was their service.
The service. It's mind-blowing.
Their service at Working Style is the best customer service you'll experience ever. It's the best service I've ever experienced.
Apart from the Hancock Group.
No, but that's almost what I'm basing my Hancock Group service on, is actually off Working Style.
Yeah,
Carl in there is the guy that I go, that's how I'm trying to do his version of like a real estate thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I give out handwritten cards. He fucking gives me handwritten cards.
Yeah.
Tom, I hope you're loving your custom suit. I don't wear suits anymore though.
Oh.
But stuff like that, out the gate.
Yeah.
So good.
Have you read the book or listened to the book Unreasonable Hospitality?
No.
No. So it's around that sentiment of just going overboard.
Yeah.
Totally overboard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like so far overboard that you can't help but talk about it.
Yeah.
So,
Overservice.
Overservice, yeah. Which, again, sounds pretty basic, but how often is it done? Not often. And that's why I love talking about that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a fascination.
Yeah.
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 But no, blown away by their service.
Heck yeah.
So good. Very good.
Thank you for today.
Hey, thank you, Tom. Appreciate you.
I'm excited to see what happens on the podcast. This new
Absolutely.
season.
Yeah, new season.
Is this season?
Season 3.
Episode?
1. Number 1. Number 1 and done. We're out of here.
And I'll sponsor you through this one, eh?
Mate, absolutely.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that.
No, thank you for having me.
Go sell some houses.
Try to. It's holiday mode now.
It's holiday mode.
I'm actually on holiday. I'm done.
That's true. Oh, yeah.
Unless someone calls, I'll go help them and whatnot. But everything's under offer or sold.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
All ready for January.
All ready for January.
When do you reckon it'll start back up?
I'm hoping to have my first ones go live around that 15th, 16th, 17th of Jan.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, onwards from there.
Cool.
Yeah. First week of Feb will be busy.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. Usually is.
Let's get you to that 52 listings
Get it 52 sales.
threshold.
Yeah, get it cracking.
And get training. Get running.
Yeah, that's it too. I love it.
You're a legend, Tom.
No, you're a legend.
Thank you
Dave.
very
Thank
much.
you so much.
Cheers.
Appreciate it.